All right, guys, let's check out this ATA again. I'm gonna go ahead and just record this. Again, I'm gonna keep recording as I kind of review my own ATA trades and the decisions that I make along with it. So let's open this up here. This is my chart again. I always keep these up. These are my primary four. But let's go ahead and load up the ATAs. So we already know that we have LTC. Let's take a look at that one and we'll make a decision. Let's see how, look at this, guys. Wow. So we left this one running. Y'all remember earlier we had, when we did the video earlier this morning, we were in a DCA. Said I wasn't too super worried about it as we'd come out and look at that. Boom. What a great DCA. Came out not only TP1, TP2, but TP3 here. So coming down, we took another short, took another short, took another short, and we are currently in a short. So now I got to decide, do I want to let this continue to ride? Um, I don't know that I mind for LTC continuing to do the shorts. What I'm going to actually do though, normally before Asia Open, um, I I like to make the decision not to do the shorts only or the long only, and a lot of times I'm just going to stop it, on some of the extra altcoins. But we did get a little bit of a pullback. You can see we went from 101 down to 98. So instead of stopping my short, what I'm going to do a little bit different here is we're just going to add the long, guys. So look at this. It's actually played out perfectly. Look, if I had that long in there, we'd be in DCA 2 right now, right? Potentially getting a little deeper. So I played that perfectly, not starting it right there. I'm gonna take a chance here and I'm gonna start it up. And let's see where we go with it, right? So I'm still using Big Get Futures. I'm gonna use the rain filter. All this stays the same. I don't like the DCA 3 again. I'll add that later if I choose to. Um, and I'm not gonna worry too much about the stop loss. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and let it go because we're going to be riding the shorts anyways, right? So all we have to do to make this happen is we change the date to today. And again, we go down. We're going to make this say 17. We're going to make this say 29. Everything else stays the same, just like so. And what we're going to do here is once we get this, yellow right here, we're good to go. So we can come in here and do the drop down, click our long here, and we're going to highlight over, and I'm going to call this one my ATA LTC long. So what did I just do here? Instead of being stuck in this, right, although I would have got some good wins, we anticipated this pullback. Now we had a little bit of a pullback. I'm going to see if I can get a couple scalps, and look at this. It's already about to throw a buy instantly, right? So we are active. If you go over here, you can see we have our ATA LTC short, ATA Matic short, and then the ATA long. There it is. It took a minute to load here. So we have the long in there. Let's go ahead and play, both ranges for a little bit. I may still revisit this later tonight before I go to bed and make a determination if I want to keep this long or if I want to stop it. I don't mind running LTC. LTC, if you pull back out, when you make this determination on an altcoin of how you want to run it, zoom out and just see, it's just been ranging, guys. I mean, it's not like too super crazy. So I don't mind playing LTC both ways a little bit. I just didn't want to do it too close up to this peak as far as longs. I'm probably starting it a little bit early, to be honest with you, because we could easily continue down like this, right? But we've already missed the first fall, so even if we go down a little bit more, we'll use our DCA protocols and I'm sure get some form of support. So I'm good with it. So we're good with LTC. I'm gonna go ahead and close that sucker. We don't need that no more. So I'm gonna open up Matic here. Let's see how we do with this Matic. How we've been doing. Look at that. Money, 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 guys. So zoom it out. All right, so here's our close. This was the fall we came out of. We allowed this to continue running. Here you can see we actually sold it. Look at this. Didn't even take a short until the freaking peak. That is awesome. This one actually hit, looks like TP1, 2, 3, and 4 before it sold it here. You have your other short, came down, hit TP2. You got, another one, another one, another one, and we're in a short, which is almost in profit. So since we decided to let it run earlier this morning, we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successful trades, and it looks like it's going to be 6, right? Um, I'm going to let Matic run. I don't really feel comfortable with the long, like earlier with the LTC. If you choose the 1 hour and you come out, the range is a little bit different than LTC was. I mean, this sucker could just nosedive, right? I mean, we're at a buck 50 and a nonstop tear, and we were at 78 cents like, what, a month ago or so, a little more than a month ago. So, and also you look at this, look at the 1 hour. What do we got forming here, right? You got a nice little double top potentially forming. If we break down below this, retest it, it's reversing down. So I'm gonna leave this one just short. I don't necessarily like the long from Matic, so I'm not going to play that. Now, what we can do though, because I'm playing long on LTC and I'm hedging both ways, I can start one more pair. So let's do that just for fun, right? Let's go ahead and so we don't need Matic anymore. I can go ahead and kill that one. I'm just gonna let that one roll. Um, let's see. I haven't played a lot of Doge. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, because Doge kind of freaks me out a little bit. Um, let's do Sol. I haven't shorted Sol in some time. Sol usually kind of scares me a little bit too, because this one has fell so much and just at one point it's just gonna go on a tear at some point, right? And look at this. I mean, just similar to um, LTC, it's not too bad. It's just been kind of ranging, but where are we? We're at the top of this range, right? So not really a bad one to open up the short, but I don't want to. I want to show you guys how I do this. If you don't want to take a lot of crazy risks, right, with it, we're gonna mute this long just because I always like to mute the one I'm not working with. We're gonna open up the settings here, make sure I'm on the right one. Um, Currently I have 12 Sol. I was going a little low when I was testing it last time. Let's just go to about 20. Let me think. I'm doing 20 on that. No, you know what? Actually, 20. I think we can go about 50 on this one, and we should be okay. So how I'm gauging that is I'm sitting at about 20 LTC right now. So 20 LTC is about a $200 trade. Um, and so or $2,000 trade, excuse me. And so I'm just kind of gauging, okay, taking this one, you're below that $2,000 trade, right? So it's pretty similar, actually less volume than what I'm doing in my LTC. And you can see in 14 days, it didn't make quite as much either, right? So with this one, I'm going to set this one up a little bit different, guys. I'm going to go ahead and put a DCA 1. I'll do a DCA 2, but I don't think I want to go deeper than that. So I'm going to stick with that. Let's see. We'll leave the moving average on there, but I'm going to enable a stop loss. So where I'm going to put this is, because we are doing DCA 2, right? So basically I'm going to where DCA 3 is on my 600%. That's where I'm going to stop it out. And I'm going to choose, if it does take a stop loss, I will not take any more trades. I'm just going to let that sucker die, right? This is where we take our risk. On a coin like Sol, I do this. I have no problem doing this because the thing is, you have to think about it that it looks like my video actually froze here. What in the world is going on? Do do do. This did this to me earlier too. Let me reset this and see if we can get this video back on. Just noticed that. At least you can still hear me. There we go. I think we're back. All right. So just noticed that video died out on me, but you can still hear me. You just couldn't see me there, right? Um, so this is again, Saul could go on a run, right? So we don't want it to stop out, enter again, stop out, enter again, right? So whenever I run like a Doge or Saul, something that's just, oh man, could just go on a tear, right? I like to enable this right here. So it's just going to take as many trades as it can. The goal is to take more trades than what this loss would be, right? And if it hits the loss, we tried, right? I mean, we can't win them all. So we're going to come down here just like all the other ones, I just need to close my trade out of my chart. So you can see I haven't ran Sol in some time. I'm going to open this up again to 17, 37. We just click anywhere in this gray area. That's all I'm doing to let that populate. Once I get my yellow, I'm good. I always double check. Got my short, Sol, 50. Okay, I'm good with all that. You will not see this trade volume unless you're running black box. You don't have to worry about the trade volume. Your trade volume is probably preset unless you are running black box. Black box, we allow you to manipulate the volume. So we got the DCAs. I like the levels. I'm good with the multipliers. I'm good with the stop loss. I again chose my stop loss percent because I'm DCAing at 300. My next DCA would be 600. So instead of DCAing a third time, I'm just going to cut my losses right at that point. We closed the trade out on the chart. All my information down below I already know is still good. I leave my protect the trade at 2%. That's just default. It also pauses it if it happened to do that. That is, if you haven't seen that in other videos, that's kind of a protection clause. So if something happens accidentally, and it tries to close the trade and it's more than a 2% loss, our servers will actually reject it. It will send you an email and say, hey, something went wrong. We just tried to close at a big loss and we didn't accept it. So you might want to take a look at your trade, take a look at your charts, see what happened. And if you need support, reach out. We're happy to help you. So yeah, so I think we're set, guys, on the Solana. So I'm just gonna come in here, save my chart. I'm gonna hit my alert. I'm gonna drop it down. Now this is the long. We're doing the short. Now I'm gonna just go ahead and call this one ATA Sol Short. And let's create this bad boy in here. Let's see. So now just to confirm, again, I always come in here. So you can see, boom, got my ATA Sol short. So we are dialed. Um, yeah, so Solana's good to go. Once you set this up, guys, that's it. You just close it down. You can see how quick that is. So now currently I am in my ETH long and short, my LTC long and short, my Solana short, my Matic short, and that's my my setup. Um, Kind of a little bit, riskier taking multiple paths with doing the four pairs with Sunday coming up because typically in about 3 hours we'll get some volatility. We could pump up, we could absolutely dump, right? So I'm going to take that risk. Now, how I did my risk management is I have two pairs that are going both ways. That's going to help me hedge, help me protect that margin. I have one pair that is going short only with no stop loss. That one I'm a little worried about, but I'll watch it, right, Matic? Because I mean, this just absolutely ran to a just ridiculous point, right? And then we obviously have the other one that we did a stop loss, but our risk management is we did set that stop loss on Sol and for it to stop. I wanted to show you one other thing on Matic while I got this up. This is why I'm choosing not to stress about a stop loss. So if you look at this on a large scale, why we have stopped, why has Matic stopped here? This was previous massive support, massive support. I mean, it went on just tears, right? Typically, when you have massive support turn massive resistance, this is the first time it's tested these waters right around 150. So it is just bumping, bumping, bumping. Don't get me wrong, we could break this sucker and head straight to 170, right? It's very possible. But if we cannot break this thing is coming back down into the 130s, possibly into 125. So that is why I'm okay running without the stop loss. I mean, heck, gosh, look at this. If you bought this thing just in June, right, back when we were 30 cents, I mean, you've already just absolutely crushed your investment portfolio. But imagine if you ran this ATA technology and we saw how low we are anywhere in this range. If you took long onlys, right? I mean, you would have just absolutely destroyed, made so much money. That's kind of what I'm looking forward to this technology for is once the market crashes and it comes down, I'm hoping to ride this thing down with my shorts. And then I'm just gonna just go nuts and just put like 5, 6, 7, 8 coins just long only. I might do like one or two to scalp some of the shorts, but I'm going to be super aggressive on that long. And just the next bull run is going to be a very, very profitable run. So Um, just using the technology. I mean, guys, you know, you guys see the only time I'm setting these up is when I'm on here doing these videos. You see how long it takes me. I mean, this whole video is 15 minutes and I'm showing you, right? Um, you know, if you can't figure out how to squeeze in 5, 10, 15 minutes in your day, just to check on your trades and to make a determination on your technology. I mean that you know we do a lot dumber things. You know, we sit here and we watch shows or hop on Netflix. I mean you spend an hour and a half watching a movie, right? But you don't want to spend 5, 10 minutes to come in here to set up something that's just going to make money for you. Um, and you can see the market's coming down still too. So um, we can go back to our Matic. Uh, yeah, I mean, look at this. Boom, close it right in front of you, right in your eyes. That beep right there was our close. Now, I have my setting. I just want to address this because you're watching it live here. Why this is popping on and off this sell close is because I have the setting touch. So if I were to change this to close, the difference is it is a difference of protection. So if this candle breaks this first take profit plane at all, and it touches it, it's going to kill that trade instantly, right? Now, if I had candle close, it would not kill it until the candle closed above this, right? Then it would do that. And so it's a very different style. We can't lock the trade in until the candle closes, so that's why you're going to see it come back and on and off. But either way, this candle is going to move in one way or another, and it's gonna print that. Um, as far as once it hits it. So you can see right here. We'll just stick here for a second and see. See, there you go. So see the candle close. Now we're locked in. That is printed. It does not repaint. What you see is what you get, right? So you can see we secured our profit and we're out. So if I wanted to stop Matic right now, right? Maybe we stop Matic and we let Sol run, right? I still believe we're gonna come down a little bit on Matic, so I'm gonna hold strong on my conviction with that. So let's let this run. I'm gonna check it again maybe next 3-4 hours after Asia opens. Throw up another video and let you guys know what I decide to do. Until then, appreciate you guys joining. This is how I manage my ATAs. Y'all have seen me. We're probably like, what, I don't know, 100 wins in, no losses. I'm not deep in anything. I'm managing them, taking me no time at all. So I hope this helps you guys as far as how I'm thinking, how I manage my direction, my ATAs, um, what I'm looking at, right? Just overall. So don't get spooked by this. If you're watching the video, I haven't addressed this much. Um, this this right here is potentially going to show the negative. Now, the negative can be from a few different things, right? But if you notice on this one, actually, you know what? We did set the stop. I totally forgot I set the stop loss. Oh, well, then I'm not worried about it at all, right? Actually, you know what? I might just let this sucker go a little more. Let's change this. Let's add a second DCA, just like we did the other one. Let's go ahead and do this right here. And then let's go ahead and change this one to 600, just like we did the other one, right? Now it may change the overall outcome of your trades, but it's okay because if you're gonna make any edits to this, the time to do it is when you are not in a trade. We know we have a sell, right? So it doesn't make no difference. So to enable this, all I need to do, again, we're just gonna delete the alert out. We're gonna come in, we're gonna open up the alert again. I'm going to highlight all this out. Oh, apparently didn't highlight it. Let's try that again. And we're going to put in the ATA Matic short. I kind of like that. I'm glad I looked at that again. I feel a little bit better about it too, right? Because I'm giving it some room to breathe. 2 DCAs. It can work to earn, right? But if Matic and Solana happen to just freaking go parabolic because some crazy news event again, then I'm out, right? It's only going to do one stop loss. It's going to cut out. We'll review these later tonight, maybe tomorrow morning, and make a decision on whether I want to keep it going. Depending where we are in the range, where we're finding support, some patterns, trend lines, things like that will determine if I want to continue it. But for now, I'm okay with continuing it. So we're going to just go ahead and let this roll. Um, hey, lower that a little bit. I don't stress about this too much, and let me explain why. I'm going to touch on this. So what this shows is the statistics that I am running is based on the past 14 days of backtests, right? Now, the backtest is going to be minorly skewed because if you notice, we had an absolute run from the past 14 days, right? So of course, if I ran this protocol, right, on a short only, it's gonna hit that stop loss, and the stop loss is probably gonna be pretty nasty because of the crazy pumps. But I'm not worried about it because although I take back test into consideration, I also look at my 1 hour to see where is our gap fill. We have a massive double top coming through. Last time we had a nice little double top, we had a nice little reclaim of this side. So who knows? We may reclaim down to 135. If I get into the 135 and I see support, I might kill that short and just take my profits. So. But that's why I don't hold a lot of weight on that. I do hold weight as far as different strategies to see which one would have done better for it. Um, but you got to use a little logical common sense, right? And just look and see, okay, well, if I'm trying to run shorts at a massive run up and I put a stop loss, of course it's gonna hit that stop loss in the back test, right? I mean, of course, but I'm not running this because only of backtests. I'm running shorts because of where we are in this range, and we always know what goes down goes up, what goes up, what goes down, comes down. It's just that's just the nature of the market. So we're gonna let this just roll. I'm good. I've had a good week last week. I've had a great weekend so far. I mean, this has been a matter of just what a couple days. I mean, I haven't checked my overall account, but I think it's up like maybe 100, like maybe 300. It might even be like $200-300 actually. But now I have to look and see because I have my you got to remember, I have my spot going. I have spot ape coin going. I have spot ETH going, and then I have the ETH futures going. I have my Matic going. I have my Sol now going. My LTC that's earning. I don't really check a lot. I'll tell you, I love that I don't have to go to Biget. I don't have to check this stuff. I mean, obviously, I pop in from time to time to see what I made. And as I make some good choices and some good money, I can reinvest, increase my volumes, or I can purchase, something on sale and put it in my ledger, or I can just pay myself and pull it out, right? Which we'll talk about in other videos. So, but for now, that's how I make my determination. We are locked and loaded. Those are my pairs I'm going to run. I'm going to stick with it, and we will see where it goes from here. So again, if you guys have any questions, reach us at support@botjock.com, or you can come inside our community by going into the Botjock account on the top left, clicking on the word community, and that will bring you into our circle, and we're happy to help. So I hope this helps you guys understand kind of what I'm thinking, how I strategize, and I mean, y'all can see no emotions, right? I'm just going about my day, and I set my settings, and I'm good with it. So I'm gonna let this sucker just trade for me a little bit longer. So hope you guys have the rest of your night, a great night, and we'll talk to you soon.